What's going on, peeps? This is AMG Composites here, back in the garage. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I have not stopped working. I've been doing stuff in the background. It's just I had to, it was a big shift where I had to change the location where I was working from. So now I'm officially gonna be like in the garage. I was setting up the garage a while back and I paused that because I didn't need to do that. I was able to work in a much better, a bigger, better location. But now I have to work here. So that last update that I gave about where I was working, setting up this garage, I had the lights all set up already, the breaker box. Well, now I have a compressor here set up. This is gonna be I don't have the wiring yet, but that's gonna be connected tomorrow. I'll make an update on that. But I got my table here. I'm unwrapping. This is a Mini Cooper cowl. This is a R53 model. I got the fenders there. Shout out to Chuck Spinnies, by the way. He's allowed me to use a bunch of his extra Mini Cooper pieces to make molds out of them. Definitely been slowly setting up the spot, and I've got some stuff in my basement too that I've been setting up to be able to do work in there as well. So here we are. Like I said, I'm packing in this cowl. I'm gonna unpack it and then I will show the after. I already took off a bunch of the packaging right here. All right, so finished unpacking. I did a hell of a job with packing to make sure it would not get damaged in transport. Hey, they did a pretty good job. Besides this little right here, it's pretty good piece. No damage to it really. It's a little dirty, but that's all part of the process. Whenever I go to do a piece, I always have to make sure that it's pretty much like final prep. So you have to give it like a really good each piece before I am able to start the plug. The mold making process, I have to pretty much give it like a really nice detail before I even start putting any of the flanging to make the plug. So the flanging is just material that I add onto here, so that way I can be able to release the parts, the carbon parts, when I make them. So it also gives me space to where I can bag it, etc., all that good stuff. I will go over that in other videos as I'm doing the process. But yeah, so the Mini Cooper cowl and the fenders are unpacked. They're on the table. We're ready to start detailing them. So, finished unpacking the cowl here. They did a hell of a job. That's all just from the little cowl. You'll see how small the cowl is in a second. So yeah, they unpacked it. Pretty good piece, honestly. There's not much, there's no damage to it. It's dirty, it's a little dusty, but that's part of the process. I have to, every time before I start the plug slash mold making process to any of these parts, I do have to give it a very nice detail. So again, here's the cowl. It's not very big. Besides this little ding here, it's pretty good. The brackets back here are a little bit bent. So yeah, besides this, it looks pretty good. Tomorrow I am gonna give it a nice detail, shine it up, polish it. These are the fenders. You will see these tomorrow also polished. So again, I have to do that to every part. This is part of the process before I start doing any flanging. So flanging is just material I add here to give me some flap, I guess, some slack, so I could be able to bag it as well as release my carbon parts from the mold, because the flange will come out on the mold itself. So, but yeah, this is a pretty good piece. It's in good condition. It doesn't, it's not too crazy, nothing complicated. You got the fenders here as well. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited to make this part. And again, shout out to Chuck Minis for allowing me to use these parts to be able to make these molds and get these carbon fiber parts done. But yeah, we're back in the garage and let's get to work. Oh, it's nice and clean now. It's not polished yet. It still looks pretty shiny already though, but yeah, I just cleaned it out. This is all full of gunk. All of this here too. I, removed all the plugs. These covers that were here. There was a bunch of like clip-ons that were on it. This was bent up, straightened it out. This was also kind of bent. I straightened that out too as well. And then these clips back here, you see it's a little bent still, but so these were also bent up. There's 4 of them in total. Straightened those out. Those were all crooked up and messed up. And this was also kind of bent up. Straightened that out. Oh, this piece, the cowl was good now. It's good to go. And then here we have the fenders. Those are all cleaned up now. They were all dusty before. So we're good to go. We're getting to work. I'm happy to be back doing this, to be honest. I missed it. I really enjoyed doing this, so we're back.